It's Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
Are you in loser denial or something?
Jeff and Jeremy here. It's time for Dumbass of the Day, and it's brought to you by Peterson's U-Card. Buying the wrong landscape supplies at the big box stores can make you feel like a dumbass. Don't be a dumbass. Call Peterson's U-Card. They're in A-Town, 805-466-2840.
How pathetic can some people be?
I saw this study in this magazine where they made 20 mice listen to Beethoven at loud volumes for an hour, and at the end of the hour, 4 mice were dead. And then they made 20 different mice listen to the Prodigy techno music for an hour, and at the end of that hour, 7 mice were dead. Forever. I'm serious. And I thought, here's what we're supposed to be learning from this. We, as a society, have gotten way too comfortable killing mice for no reason whatsoever. You know what I mean? Like, it used to be cancer research. Now just a bunch of scientists that like to watch the light go out in their eyes. Just strangling them with their bare fingers.
Dumbass of the Day. 93.3 KZOZ.
New Jersey, a petting zoo. It looks like a bunch of teenagers broke in to this guy's petting zoo. They messed around with a bunch of the animals. They have all this on camera, by the way, and the license plate of the car. They haven't caught the kids yet. But they went as far as to put lipstick on a donkey, probably because they couldn't find a pig. The owner of the family-run farm was alerted by the break-in from his remote surveillance system as the teenage girls were sitting there, sitting on one of the donkeys. He ran outside to investigate and found about 6 kids running away with some items they stole from his market. So they put lipstick on a donkey.
See, this is what happens when you don't force the kids to go to school and you keep them at home. They're looking at idle hands. Work of the devil, okay?
Now, the good news is none of the animals...
Get those kids busy. Get them into sports. Get them into programs. Oh, wait, can't do that because of social distancing.
The kids didn't actually harm any of the animals unless you consider sitting on a donkey's back and putting lipstick on it.
That's harmful. That's harmful.
It's not probably great. Probably stress the animal out a little bit.
Yeah.
What should the punishment be? Poop scooping? Get them back to the zoo and have them clean up the manure? I mean, the kids could have been hurt, right? Like, what if the donkey decided to stampede them?
Yeah, exactly. But, you know, kids... I understand the saying kids will be kids, but we're giving them opportunity to be kids right now.
Well, it's got to be hard on the parents, right?
No, I know.
I mean, I realize they're your kids, they're your responsibility, but damn it. I mean, they're at home all day. They're itching to get out. It's easy to get into trouble when you're with other friends and you're bored.
Every time I'm looking at kids walking around, I'm like, what are those kids up to? And really, they probably just are out trying to be kids. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. But I'm like, how come those kids aren't at home right now? Don't they understand what's... And I'm like, wait a minute.
How old are we talking about here with the kids? Are we talking
teenagers?
Junior high school kids?
Yeah, I'm very suspect of teenagers.
Can you imagine?
That's the old man in me right now.
I haven't really thought about what it's like to be a kid right now, not being able to go to school, hang out with your friends, see girls, because that's all I cared about, junior high to high school.
Right, exactly.
I mean,
I'm right there with you.
Especially if you're in high school and you got a girl, I guess you meet up with your girlfriend. I guess maybe it's not that bad, but especially if you have a driver's license. But man, the world has changed. It's so different that kids are going out putting lipstick on a donkey. Unfortunately for them, they're going to get charged with trespassing, breaking and entering, cruelty to animals. It's going to be bad. 6 of them. All piled into somebody's van and drove off, and he's got the license plate. So congratulations to you hoodlums at the petting zoo in New Jersey. Hoodlums. You're Jeff and Jeremy's
Dumbass of the Day. 93.3 KZOZ.
Don't be a dummy when it comes to your landscape supplies. Go to Peterson U-Card on Gusta Road, just north of Quickie Car Wash in Atascadero.
We love U-Card. You save.
I thought this was kind of interesting. I don't know if you saw this on the news, but a Taco Bell employee somewhere back in the South or something like that saved a guy in the drive-thru. She used to work at a medical place. She knew some CPR, and now she's working the drive-thru. She saw somebody slumped over, and she went out and saved his life. Here's a little bit more from her on what happened.
That's when I tried to find a pulse, because I noticed when we got him out, his ears, lips, fingertips, everything was blue. I think that's the closest I've been, though, to actual life and death situation.
So she gave him CPR until the ambulance got there, and it saved him. It worked out.
He reached back out to me and told me he was okay, and I saved his life, and he didn't know how to repay me, and I told him that was payment enough to know that he was okay. Yeah. We're placed in certain situations for a reason. I do believe I was there for a reason.
Do you think?
I mean,
anybody's ever said to somebody, "Man, you saved my life. I don't know how to repay you," and then whoever saved their life said, "How about $50,000?"
Okay.
That's what I usually charge.
Everybody always says, "No, I'm just glad you're alive." Sure, hey, you know what? I'm really glad you're alive, but I could use I don't know. How about $5,000?
I don't know. 50. Do you have an extra house laying around?
No, I don't think that's ridiculous.
I know.
$1,000? I mean, what is the proper amount to ask for?
Nothing.
Oh, come on. Just play with me for a minute.
But you think about it, you save somebody's life. That is very valuable, right?
Well, sure. I mean, I would say if you walked in here today and you were my doctor and you said, "Here's the deal. All right, you've got a year, maybe 9 months, maybe a year to live. But if you give me 10 grand, you can live until you're 85 or 90.
Yeah.
I would give you 10 grand. I'll give it to you. I don't have.
Is that where we're going with healthcare?
I don't have $100,000. I can't give you that.
Only the rich survive, literally.
No, I know. But, I mean, come on. What if she saved your life? Wouldn't you want to do something nice for her?
I would.
More than just a thank you?
I would.
No, come on. Let me help you out. Maybe I don't have a lot of money, but maybe I could drive you to work every day because you don't have a car or something. I don't know. There's something I have to do to help you out. I don't care if I buy you lunch once a week. I would want to get to know this person. There's a reason that they were put in front of you. No matter what you believe, what God, what power.
That's the thing.
I'm not trying to get religious. I'm just saying there's a reason for everything.
Now you're making me not want to save people's lives, because the last thing I want to do is save somebody's life and then have
it to be ever their friend.
Have them to be, exactly. What if I don't like that person? You know?
Well, what if that tell them? You say, you know what? I don't really like you. Thank you for saving my life.
You know what? It's good. It's good that I sold your life, that I saved your life and everything. But can we just leave it at that?
You could say that. You could say that.
But then you feel like a jerk.
Oh, wait a second. Wait.
What if that person gets depressed?
You're coming at it from the other way. You're saying you don't like the person that saved your life.
No. I'm saying...
But that's an interesting perspective.
If I saved somebody's life, I don't want them to feel like they have to make good with me. So... if they're they want to be my friend, or they want to
be your friend.
Like you are like God put them in front of you for a reason.
I didn't say God. I didn't say that.
Or they were put in front of you for a reason.
Yes, they were put.
I don't want anything to do with that. I don't want.
So you think everything's by chance? You don't think things happen for a reason?
You make it so somebody like me is not going to want to save somebody's life. You understand that, right?
I don't know if I believe that everything happens for a reason, but I kind of lean that way. I just feel like things work out the way they work out for a reason. Sometimes it's bad, but sometimes it's good. No, I hear what you're saying. My thing is, let's say I save your life, okay? Okay. And now you feel like, all right, well, you saved my life. And now, you're calling me and you want to hang out, and we go and we have lunch, and we've done a couple lunch. I'm like, God, this guy's really dumb. He tells me the same stories all the time.
Dude, it's like the guy.
But I saved his life and he doesn't have any friends. And how do I break up with this guy?
Did I ever tell you about the time I worked?
You just be honest. Say, it's not working out. I know I saved your life. You're just going to have to move on.
There was one thing that happened in my life that made it so I might not save anybody's life ever, because they might be indebted to me for the rest of their life. And it happened to me in college, and I was a nice guy. I was the nice guy. I was the one that was going to do a good deed for somebody. And it was the longest, hellacious day of my life. And from then and there, I was like, that's it. I'm not being nice to anybody anymore. I'll tell you about it coming up.
Wake up. Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
So you're telling me, by the way, it's Jeff and Jeremy here. Jeff says he saved someone's life. Is that what you were saying?
No.
I guess I got lost in it.
So I will never try to save somebody's life.
Because it's something you did that was good. You were the nice guy. Well, what happened?
I was working at the rental car place in Pullman,
Oh, God, I know this story.
And
is this the guy that wanted to ride?
Yeah.
So, or you gave a ride?
So this guy calls up and he's like, hey, I need a one-way rental to Seattle. And I was like, well.
4.5 hour drive, by the way.
I was like, well, we don't have any cars going that direction, but, so it's going to end up costing you a lot of money if you do it. But I just happen to be leaving tonight to go to Seattle. I don't leave until like 8. So are you okay getting there at midnight? He's like, yeah, that's fine. That's cool. I was like, okay, so I'll pick you up at 8. Give me your address, and I'll give you a ride over there.
So this guy, flew in on an airplane? Had to go to Seattle?
No. He was just a guy in.
Oh, you just worked at the airport because that's where people rent cars.
Yeah, that's the only
place
where
rental. So he just needed to get to the west side of the state. Like I said, 4.5 hour drive.
Yeah, but he was going to get a ride, and it was a free ride. He did not offer me any money.
Are you serious? That's ridiculous.
When I dropped him off, he was like,
not only are you doing him a favor,
thanks,
but you're
bro.
saving him a ton of money. He didn't even give you out like $100 or $50. What's a normal car rental? $50 for a day?
Well, that car rental was going to be like $150 car rental because he was dropping it off.
You should have paid for your gas.
Yeah, one would think. But that did not go down that way. And then I picked him up, and immediately, I hate it when people tell jokes. This guy told jokes for 4.5 hours.
Hey, you ever hear about the salesman and the doctor? They go into the bar together.
He told so many jokes, I don't remember.
I would have just said, yeah, I've heard that one. Yep, heard it.
I don't remember a single one of the jokes. I do remember one conversation that we had that was not about the jokes, and it was about an hour into the trip because we started talking about the XFL, because that's when the first inception of the XFL was coming about.
Sure.
And we were talking about how the XFL could be a game changer, and I was having an enjoyable conversation. Then he made a joke at the end of the conversation and then rolled on with the jokes for another 3.5 hours.
Oh my gosh. And so what was your radio situation in the car? Did you have a radio? You always had a radio, right?
Yeah, I was fine. I
remember you used to make yourself mixtapes.
Yeah, I mean it was a fine situation with the radio. It's just he would talk, and I couldn't like turn the radio up.
Never said, "Hey, have you heard this song?"
Yeah, I've heard Soundgarden before.
God. And then and there, I was like, "This is." You talk about the higher power. The higher power's way of telling me don't ever give a ride to strangers.
So. What was this guy's name? Do you remember?
I don't remember his name. I dropped him off, and thank God he was getting dropped off on the east side of town.
Was he an older guy, younger guy?
When we got to Seattle.
Was he 20s, 30s, 40s?
He was probably 40s.
Yeah.
And I was 20s.
I guess instead of giving you gas money, he just thought he had to entertain you the whole time.
Oh, it was so annoying. And thank God I remember I dropped him off at the first exit past North Bend, which if you're familiar with Seattle geography.
Oh, at least you didn't have to take him all the way in.
Yeah, I mean, it's Issaquah, essentially. And I took him there, and I was like, this is where you're going to get dropped off. He's like, yeah, I got somebody coming to pick me up. I was like, perfect. All right, great. Take off. I didn't want to. I didn't.
He didn't ask for your phone number to buy you a lunch or a beer?
Here's the thing, is I didn't offer to take him to the address in which he was going to because he did not pony up anything in the way of money.
Right.
And you know how it can get when you're taking somebody to the Seattle area.
Sure.
I mean, who knows? You could be driving for another 2 hours once you get there, even if it's at midnight on a Friday night.
Oh, awkward. And then you're stuck with him in a little car. Because I remember you used to have a Honda Civic.
It was
right?
a Honda Civic, yeah. It was a Honda Civic that I was taking him in. And it was, oh gosh. I just remember thinking, never again.
Shouldn't we be talking about the nice things to be good to people? And
But it's the whole Jerry Seinfeld thing with what was the young pop star that tried to give him a hug?
Oh, I forget.
He doesn't want to be hugged.
Yeah. He doesn't know her name.
I don't want the burden of saving somebody's life and then having them come to me and being my friend.